Hey everybody, welcome back to the Real Estate Update. I'm Juan Rodriguez with Juador Realty. This is the January 2024 edition. Once again, sales move along, maybe not as a higher rate as before, but nevertheless, I can preface this video by just letting you know, December, January, typically a little slower than usual. It's understandable. You got holidays, we have Gasparilla, there's a lot of things going on, but typically it's one of the slower months, okay? But like we do every month, let's jump right into the numbers. Here we go. So showing you here, what we show you first every month is the single family residences sold for Hillsborough County, Florida on a year-over-year comparison. Now, we're looking at all of those sales. We kind of divide them up into price ranges of homes sold for easier comparison, and it does tell the story. And if you know the story, if you've been watching the videos or you're familiar with the market, you'll completely understand just by looking at the graph what's going on. But let's look at it and get into depth here. The first category, the 0 to 200,000, there's just not that many homes sold anymore at that price point. Everything is, for the most part, everything has been priced out of that market, but there's still a couple every now and then, as you can see. The next group, the 200 to almost 400,000, again, decrease of sales there. Let's move to the next, the 400 to 600. Now you can see that the difference between the previous and this category is that there's just the previous, the 200 to almost 400,000, has this huge spike, probably back in that January of 2021. That's because the average price of single family residences sold was in that group. Now it's moved up to the 400 to almost 600,000. However, there's still a lot of homes in that 350 range. So there's still a lot of homes there, but most of the average homes sold are in this 400 to almost 600,000 range. And there's been a decrease of sales over the years, for the last 3 years, right? You can see that. Not that big of a concern. That's still a lot of homes being sold. Let's look at the next group, 600 to almost 800. Just slightly improvement of sales from the previous year. Not that big of a concern. 800 to almost 1 million. There's a slight decrease. Again, not that big of a concern. There's not that many. Well, there's still homes sold, but not as many. It's not like, the 400 to 600 or the 200 to almost 400 group. What's interesting is, again, we're seeing just the $1 million plus sales move along. There's still homes selling in that price point. There's still a lot of people that are moving down here, or even upsizing to bigger homes that are in that price range of $1 million or more. Okay, so there you have it for the single family residences sold when we look at it from a year-over-year comparison. But what we show you second every month is the days on the market. Let's look at that, and we'll show you how fast the market is moving along. Okay, it's really the velocity of the market. How fast do these homes come on the market, go under contract, and they eventually sell? So how long were they on the market before they went under contract, right? But what's important is that we want to capture the ones that actually sold, right? Not the ones that fell apart and they are no longer in part of the market, right? Or if they're back on the market even, right? We don't want to count those. So let's look at this. So we have the majority of the graph here is the 0 to 30 days on the market. That makes up about 50%, okay? That's relatively good. We want to see that. We'll add the next group, the 31 to 60 days, 23% of the market. So those two right there, 73% approximately, is sold within 60 days. So on and off the market within 60 days, okay? The next group, 61 to 90 days, 15% of the market. So right there, you're having, what, 88% of the market? So that's relatively good, okay? We want to see about 85 to 90% of the market sold in 90 days. That to us, in our opinion, is relatively healthy market. Okay, you don't want homes to stand out there 211 days or more in that last category, but that is something that we do keep our eyes on, right? We want to see, like I said, the majority of the market, 85 to 90%. I mean, even if it's 80%, that's still relatively okay. But we want to see the majority of the homes, the vast majority of the homes sold within 90 days. To us, that's very healthy. What it was previously, years ago, when interest rates were really low, you would see the majority of the market sold within 30 days. I mean, don't get me wrong, we loved it. It was fine. It's healthy in its own respect, right? But that's not what we would consider a normal market, okay? An average market. When we look at everything over the years, whether we're including interest rates or, anything at all, we want to see kind of spread out a little bit. We want to have the sellers and the buyers working together. It's not just a one-sided market, whether it's buying or selling, right? So that's pretty much all we have for you today. Today we are filming this on a very foggy morning, but other than that, happy house hunting or selling, and we'll see you guys next month.